thousands of years ago, there was a king called Janaka. He had attained the highest knowledge. But even after that, he was curious, he wanted to know more. There was a little curiosity in him. But he was fully engaged in all the regular activity of the kingdom. So one day he was sitting in the kingdom, in the court, in the evening. And then the people were talking about something, some problem here. Reports were being read, The reports are read from different places. So it must have been a little boring and regular report. When he was listening to it, he started nodding, dozing off. So he dozed off for a few minutes. When he dozed, he dreamt. He must have even snored a little bit. Then he dreamt. In the dream, he saw that his whole kingdom was flooded, and there was famine in other parts, and there was nothing. There was loss to grains and fields and cattle. Everything was in a loss, and he became a pauper. And he found himself roaming from street to street, so hungry. And he wanted a piece of bread. He asked everybody. Nobody had a piece of roti, chapati, not bread. So and finally somebody gave him a dry bread, piece of roti, chapati. And he took it, and there was this rule for a householder, the dharma, that when a householder is going to eat something, if someone else is around, he cannot eat by himself. He has to give it to them and then eat. This was a law in those days. That anybody who is sitting to eat cannot eat by himself if he sees someone else around. He has to feed them and then eat. So he was afraid because he has only one roti, and if he sees somebody, he has to share with them. So he was hiding his roti underneath his robe, and he found some place where there was nobody. And then he was about to go and eat that piece of roti. At that moment, an eagle came and just took the roti also off his hand. At this moment, he could not tolerate. He shouted, "Ha!" When he shouted, "Ha!" he opened his eyes. He came out of his sleep and he saw he's in the court and there are people. It's full of people. His hunger was still in the stomach. He still felt that hungry. He was very hungry. Maybe it was dinner time like most of you are having now. But then he got confused. Now, which is real? Maybe this I am dreaming. Is that real or this real? He got concerned about this. What is reality? And he was one who would never leave questions very easily. He would come up with questions. So he called all the scholars in the kingdom and asked them the solution. Everybody gave some answers. He was not satisfied at all. No answer could satisfy him. Then someone whispered in him, but this kept bugging in his mind for several days of long search. Someone said, there is one man called Ashtavakra, you should approach him. This man, Ashtavakra, his body was bent in 8 places. I mean, he had 8 deformities in his body. His legs were, one was long, one was short, like that hands, one was long, one. There were so many knots in his body. 8 knots. That's why the name came to him Ashtavakra. Means the man with 8 knots. 8 bends in his body. He was the Brahmagyani, who knower of the Brahman. And then he was invited to the court. Then Ashtavakra tells, there is a conversation between Janaka and Ashtavakra. This is the most unique conversation that has taken place on this planet. The discussion between Ashtavakra and Janaka is a very unique phenomenon. There was someone who has enjoyed the peak of the life and wanting to know about the self, about the reality. And there is someone who has risen to the pinnacle of existence and telling them what the reality is. That is called Ashtavakra Gita. Gita means the song of Ashtavakra. Krishna gave the Gita to Arjuna in the battlefield when amidst all chaos. Here Janaka was given the Gita. Gives the knowledge. We will discuss about that in the coming days. Every evening we will go through how much we go, one by one, small verses, couplets, and they are fully pregnant with all that is needed. So this Gita took place in a royal residence, in a very peaceful, joyful atmosphere. So Ashtavakra was brought to the palace with all honor. Many people thought, what, this man? He doesn't even look presentable. And he is going to teach the highest knowledge to the king. But Janaka was a far-sighted person. He could recognize the glow, the light. You know, it is very difficult for people to recognize the truth and reality. People recognize pomp and show, because eyes are on just the outer. Eyes are unable to see the light or the life which is beyond, which is beneath, which is deep inside. So Ashtavakra Gita is not for someone who has not done anything, started on the path. For someone who has already started the path, this opens up many avenues.